Welcome to your first integration scenario. Today we will build a complete integration scenario together. This means we will connect different systems to work as one unified process. For example, automatically sending new customer data from Salesforce to SAP. By the end, you will have a functioning integration that moves data seamlessly between applications. You will see firsthand how straightforward creating these connections can be. We will start with planning and finish with testing. This means we will first outline what needs to be integrated and how, then execute the steps, and finally verify everything works as expected. For instance, connecting an online store to SAP for order processing ensures seamless data flow. Following this complete process ensures your integration is reliable and successful. You will create a simple flow that connects to systems. This means building a pathway for data to move automatically between applications. For example, when a sales order enters your CRM, it could instantly create a corresponding project in your project management tool. This basic automation saves time and reduces manual effort. This is practical, hands-on learning. That means you will actively build integrations, not just hear about them. For example, you will connect an online store to SAP to sync orders in real time. This direct experience ensures you gain the skills to confidently create your own integration solutions. An integration scenario connects systems to automate business processes. Think of it as a bridge between two systems. This means it connects separate applications so they can share data and processes seamlessly. For example, it can link your SAP S/4HANA system with Salesforce to automatically sync customer orders. This ensures your business operations flow smoothly without manual intervention. It helps data move from one place to another. This means connecting different systems so information can flow between them. For example, when a sales order in SAP S/4HANA needs customer details from Salesforce, the integration scenario enables this automatic data transfer. This seamless movement ensures business processes run smoothly without manual effort. Example: send customer data from HR system to payroll system. This means moving employee details like hours worked and salary information between systems to ensure accurate payroll processing. For instance, when an employee's overtime hours in the HR system are automatically transferred to calculate their correct pay. This seamless data flow eliminates manual entry errors and keeps business operations running smoothly. You create the rules for how data moves. This means you define exactly how systems share information, like when and where to send data. For example, automatically sending new customer details from your CRM to your accounting system. By setting these rules, you ensure seamless and accurate data flow across your business applications. Our simple scenario: transferring employee data securely. We will move employee data from HR system to finance system. This means transferring information like employee details between two different business systems. For example, when a new employee is hired in HR, their payroll information needs to reach the finance department for salary processing. This ensures both departments work with consistent, up-to-date information. Source: HR system, where data starts. This means the HR system is the original location of employee information, such as personal details or job roles. For example, when a new employee is hired, their profile is first created and stored in this HR system. All employee data originates here before being sent anywhere else. Target finance system, where data ends up. This is the final destination for the employee data, like the central accounting software. For example, after processing, employee payroll details are sent here for salary calculations. This ensures the financial records are always updated with the correct information. We will create the integration flow that connects them. This means building a pathway for data to move automatically between systems. For instance, when HR updates an employee's address, the integration flow ensures payroll receives this change instantly. This seamless connection keeps data consistent across your business applications. Access the integration suite to begin the configuration process. Log into SAP BTP cockpit. This means accessing the central web-based administration tool for SAP Business Technology Platform. For instance, a developer would open their web browser and enter their credentials to reach their account dashboard. This initial step is essential to begin working with any BTP services. Click on Services in the left menu. This opens a directory of available tools, like a digital control panel. For instance, when you need to set up a connection to Salesforce, you start here to find the right service. This is your primary navigation to access all integration capabilities. Find and click Integration Suite. This means locating this service in the SAP BTP cockpit and selecting it to begin working. For instance, just like you'd open a specific app on your phone to use its features. This simple action is your direct entry point to all integration tools. Click Go to Application to open the integration tools. This means you are launching the suite's main interface to start building and managing integrations. For example, a developer would click this to begin connecting their e-commerce site to SAP SAP. Now you can start designing your integration flows directly. Create your integration package in this step. Click Design in the Integration Suite. This opens the design workspace where you build your integration flows. For example, to connect Salesforce to SAP S/4HANA, you use this area to map customer data between systems. This step is essential for configuring how your applications communicate. Click Create button for new package. This initiates the process to build your integration package where you will define your scenarios. For instance, when connecting sales and inventory systems, you create a package to manage that data flow. This straightforward action sets up your integration foundation. Name it My First Integration. This means giving your package a clear, unique identifier so you can easily find and manage it later. For instance, just like naming a file on your computer quarterly report to distinguish it from others. This simple step organizes your work effectively from the start. Add description, employee data transfer from HR to finance. This means clearly naming what your package does, so others understand its purpose. For example, when HR needs to send monthly salary details to the finance department for payroll processing. A good description ensures everyone knows exactly what data is being moved and why. Step 3. Begin developing your integration flow. Inside your package, click Create for new integration flow. This means you are initiating the actual development of your integration logic within your project space. For example, when connecting your e-commerce site to SAP, this action starts building that data pathway. This is your foundational step to construct the automated process. Name it employee_data_transfer. This means giving your integration flow a unique and descriptive title so it is easily identifiable. For example, when synchronizing HR data between systems, this specific name helps you quickly find and manage the correct flow. Always use clear naming to streamline your development process. Choose Start Timer as the trigger. This means your integration flow begins automatically at a set time without manual input. For instance, schedule it to run every morning at 6 a.m. to fetch daily sales data from your e-commerce platform. This ensures your processes run reliably and on schedule. This starts our flow automatically means the integration flow begins running immediately without manual intervention. For example, when a new sales order arrives in your SAP system, this trigger instantly processes it through your integration flow. This automation ensures seamless, real-time data processing across your business systems. Configure the source system for human resources. Drag sender component to your flow. This means you are adding the starting point of your integration that will send HR data. For example, this could trigger whenever a new employee is hired in your HR system. This simple action sets up the foundation for your data to move automatically. Choose HTTP as the adapter type. This means you are telling the system to communicate using standard web protocols, just like a browser accesses a website. For example, this allows your SAP BTP system to securely fetch employee data from an HR server over the internet. This setup ensures reliable and standardized data transfer between your systems. Set the address to your HR system endpoint. This means telling SAP BTP exactly where to find your human resources data system on the network. For example, if your HR system is hosted at a URL like https mycompanyhr.com API, you would enter that address. This step is essential for establishing a secure and reliable connection. This tells the flow where to get data from. It means you are specifying the exact HR system, like its address and login details, so your integration knows which database to connect to. For instance, you direct it to your company's specific SAP SuccessFactors instance. This initial setup is essential for the data transfer to proceed correctly. Step 5. Add a data processing step. Drag content modifier to your flow. This action adds a tool that lets you change or add data in your integration process. For instance, you can use it to add a timestamp to incoming customer orders before they proceed. This step is essential for preparing your data correctly for the next stages. This step prepares the data for transfer. It means formatting and cleaning your data so it is ready to move to another system. For instance, converting customer addresses into a standard format before sending them to a mailing service. Proper preparation ensures the receiving system can use the data correctly. Map employee ID, name, and department fields. This means connecting the data from your source to the correct fields in your target system. For example, when integrating from a legacy HR system into SAP SuccessFactors, you ensure EMPNO becomes Employee ID. Proper mapping guarantees data flows accurately between applications. Keep it simple. We are just moving basic information. This means transferring fundamental data between systems without complex transformations. For example, moving customer names and order numbers from your on-premise system to the cloud. Focus on getting the essential data flowing correctly first before adding complexity. Step 6. Configure the target finance system. Drag receiver component to your flow. This action adds the system that will receive your data, which in this case is your finance system. For instance, you would drag this component onto the design canvas to specify where your customer payment records should be sent. This step physically places the destination into your integration process. Choose HTTP as the adapter type. This means you are selecting the standard web protocol for the connection, allowing your application to communicate directly with the finance system's interface. For example, this is like choosing to send a standard letter through the postal service to reach another office. This selection establishes the fundamental communication method for your integration. Set the address to your finance system endpoint. This means you are telling your application exactly where to find the live SAP finance system, like providing a delivery address. For example, you would enter the web address https://mycompanyfinance.sap.com. This simple step establishes the vital connection for data to flow. This tells the flow where to send the data. In simple terms, you are setting the destination address, like adding a shipping label to a package. For example, you would specify the exact server and system ID for your SAP S/4HANA Finance module. Without this precise configuration, your data would have nowhere to go. Proceed to save and deploy your flow. Click Save to store your integration flow. This preserves your work, like saving a document, so all your integration steps are safely stored in SAP BTP. For example, after configuring how customer orders flow to your warehouse system, saving ensures these settings aren't lost. Always save your flow to maintain progress and prepare for deployment. Click Deploy to make it active. This means your configured flow is now operational and ready to process data automatically. For instance, after setting up a flow to send automated email notifications for new sales orders, deploying it activates this automation. This final step brings your workflow to life. Wait for the status to show started. This means your workflow is being activated and must fully load before it can run. For example, after ordering food online, the kitchen must finish preparing before it is marked ready. Only then can your automated process handle tasks correctly. Your integration is now live and ready. This means your automated process is active and operational in SAP BTP, handling real data. For instance, after deploying, it could instantly sync new customer orders from your website to your ERP system. Congratulations, your solution is successfully running and delivering value. Step 8. Test your integration. Go to Monitor section in Integration Suite. This is where you track your integration flows to see if messages are processed successfully. For instance, after setting up a sales order sync, check here to confirm orders are moving from your CRM to ERP system. This ensures your integration is working as expected. Find your integration flow in the list. This means you must locate your specific automated process among all others displayed. For instance, after creating a flow to send order confirmations, you would scroll to find its name, like order to confirmation_flow. Successfully finding it confirms your setup is active and ready for the next step. Check if messages are processing successfully. This means verifying that data is moving correctly through your integration flow without errors. For instance, after an online order, confirm the order details are successfully sent to your inventory system. Ensuring this step prevents data loss and keeps business operations running smoothly. Look for green status indicators. This means checking that all integration components are active and healthy. For example, after deploying a cloud integration flow, verify the started status turns green before assuming messages will process. Consistently confirming these visual cues ensures your integrations are running reliably. What to do if something goes wrong? First, check the error messages in the monitor. This means opening the monitoring tools to see detailed logs and alerts about what failed. For example, if a workflow stops, the monitor will show the exact step that caused the issue. Always start here to quickly identify and resolve problems. Verify your system addresses are correct. This means checking the URLs or host names in your BTP cockpit and application code match the actual destinations. For example, if your app connects to an SAP S/4HANA system, ensure the address isn't mistyped. A simple verification here can save you from major connection failures. Make sure both systems are available. This means confirming the source and destination applications or servers are running and reachable. For example, if a data sync fails, first check if both your development and production systems are online. A successful connection always requires both ends to be active. Do not worry, troubleshooting is part of learning. It means encountering and fixing errors is normal and helps you understand the platform better. For example, if your app deployment fails, checking logs teaches you about dependencies. Each problem solved builds your confidence and skills. Congratulations on building your first integration. You planned and created a complete integration scenario. This means you designed and built an end-to-end connection between systems. For instance, linking your e-commerce site to automatically update inventory in SAP S/4HANA when a sale occurs. Your hands-on work now enables seamless, real-time business processes. You connected source and target systems. This means you established a communication link so data can flow between them. For example, you might connect your e-commerce website as the source to your inventory database as the target. This foundational step enables all your future automated data exchanges. You tested and monitored the data flow. This means you checked that data moved correctly between systems and watched its progress. For example, after a customer order in SAP, you verified it appeared in your shipping system. This step confirms your integration is working reliably and data is accurate. Great job taking this important first step. This means you have successfully created your first integration flow, connecting systems to share data automatically. For example, integrating Salesforce with SAP S/4HANA to sync customer updates instantly. You are now equipped to build more complex, business-critical integrations with confidence.